Welcome to True Jamaica Buzz, news and entertainment with Buzz. First thing that is popping in the news, there's been a video circulating all over social media. Since that infamous incident in which Eggman was taken away by BROWNMAN and then BROWNMAN was eventually taken out by the police in a 4-hour shootout standoff. The video that I am speaking about is of a man that is known as BROWNMAN. He is actually from Lawrence Stavern. And he was making an issue saying that since BROWNMAN lose him life, everybody call him, everybody say, them see him picture up and people are put up all sorts of gunman song, all sorts of one BROWNMAN badness, and it has significantly negatively impacted his life and tarnish his career. So pretty much he is asking persons to stop defaming his character, defaming his character. I am going to let you take a look to an interview that I did with him over the phone and what he has to say and the impact negatively that it has had on his life, and he's just asking persons to cease and desist. Take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece. So I am speaking to the person on the line right now. Could you give me your name?
My name is, them call me, in my year, I'm a born and grow, Lawrence Stavern.
Okay.
They really call me BROWNMAN up here.
Okay.
White, Gregory, I'm a personal name.
Okay.
Born and grew up here. I live come in Canada.
Okay.
I'm in Canada right now. I live at Canada right now. The last time I been to Jamaica, 3 years ago.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. So where people got this picture that persons are using for you? Is it something that is coming off a social media handle that you have, a Facebook or something like that? How did they get that picture?
Then take off me the picture off of TikTok.
Oh.
I have all of the picture, then all both over social media.
Okay.
With all type of gun song on it. You remember when Vice Cartel and Boko Haram did a war in them time there?
2008.
2008?
Yeah.
All of those gun songs, them have from a picture, all about over social media like me. And people are putting some wrong impact on my name.
Okay.
People always say that, them say that some people come and say they know me from Sunlight Crescent. Real bad man, BROWNMAN.
Okay.
So we don't know where people get these things from.
So you have a TikTok account, and what do you do on that TikTok account?
We have a TikTok account. Me no TikTok, a page.
Oh, you have a page, but you don't have any videos?
Me have video for me TikTok when me take picture of work.
Okay.
And me have nice little song put out on my picture.
Okay.
Some little foundation thing where we are come from. We are come from nothing.
Okay.
A little light a shine from where we are now.
Yeah. Okay.
And then look something where we are come from. And some little foundation music.
Okay.
All of those things me have under my picture.
So you don't, there's no nothing criminal about whatever you do and how you live your lifestyle.
No criminality. And the people them fix up the picture.
Okay.
It all about our social media, about one bad man, BROWNMAN.
Okay.
And a lot of people over the world I call me, my family them,
Yeah.
my friend them, everybody will know me. I call me as the BROWNMAN. Where them I put you in?
Yeah. Okay. So when did you first realize that persons were using your picture on social media?
I don't know that to all them set it up.
Yeah.
You see, if I go on TikTok, I can't see nothing about what them post about me. I've had people see it and I send it to me.
So you think them block you?
No, them don't. Hold on. Let me tell you something. Me on TikTok, see you know.
Yeah, okay.
But if them post anything about me, me can't see what them post about with my picture.
Okay. All right.
Other people like when know me, have my number.
Yeah.
Them see it go on over social media and text it on my phone.
So is it just on TikTok or you've seen it on YouTube to our other platforms?
It's on TikTok and it's on YouTube and it's on Facebook all over the world.
Okay. And person I say the BROWNMAN this will come from Canada, were involved in the bank robbery and involved in the shooting, and your picture there.
Yeah, the people, let me tell you something. The people who know me in my community.
Yeah.
And all who social with me now, them know say it's not me.
Yeah.
But who the people who don't know me now?
Yeah.
Them a say me.
Yeah. Oh, wow. But the thing is,
Me go one party. Me dey Canada. Me going to one party last night. I
yeah,
went to a party last night.
yeah,
And I did at the party. And I see 4 girls and a guy I look for me right so and them a look for me.
yeah,
I mean, what's that the same thing them a talk about? And I walk around the bar and come back and come back them a chat me.
yeah,
And me say, you see it go?
yeah,
I went over to the person and said, me know we not talk about me now. We not have a picture of you. And the girl them start talk and say, yeah, me see you. As me come, you see you coming, me see you.
yeah,
That can show an image to the world like me a gunman and me a crime.
yeah,
Look, you know?
yeah.
Me not worry about it, look, police. The man done that already.
Exactly,
but
true.
The thing what I'm saying, the thing what I'm saying,
Yeah,
with my picture all about over social media, with the gun song them back, it's like, it can give the world an impact like me a gunman and me a criminal.
yeah, like it a defame your character then.
Yeah, it a defame my character.
Yeah, so what is it you want ultimately for persons to stop use your picture? So you're going to send me a picture and say this is you and you're going to send me the picture what people have been using to, and I'll make it clearer. You just make it clear while you're on here right now that listen, this is me. I don't involve in anything people stop use my picture. I put up with gun song and all sorts of bad man image because that is the polar opposite to what I am. So that is exactly what the image you want to put out there, the real you actually.
Yeah, that's the image I want to put out there.
Okay.
Because I don't know nothing about crime, brother.
Exactly. What is it?
Involved in a crime.
What is it that you do in Canada, if you don't mind me asking? Not that it is important.
Yeah, ask me anything about my life, brother. I can't tell you, because I do painting.
Okay,
I
okay.
was a professional painter in Jamaica.
Okay. All right.
I used to paint all post office in Jamaica, 14 parts of Jamaica.
Okay. So you're a hard-working family man, not involved in no sorts of crime, and you just want your picture to come off of social media, especially.
Yeah, I want the people to take my picture off of social media.
Okay. All right.
I left Jamaica and come to Canada. I still do the painting. I develop other skill. I do the flooring now, painting and flooring together.
Like tile?
Yeah, tiling.
Okay.
But I mostly board floor.
All right. So you just want people to cease and desist from using your picture, your image, and put out a bad image or any gangsterism.
And put it out over the world and tell people top spread my name all over about gangster thing. Me ain't a gangster thing. Family them a good life. My family them will look up to me. Yeah.
All right, I'll be sure to post this video by tomorrow or so you can kind of look out for it, and I'll call you and text you and give you the link when it's up, okay?
You have a picture? You have any picture?
No, man, send it to me. Send it to me by WhatsApp, just like how you call me.
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you by WhatsApp.
All right, then. Thanks. Here, take care.
Yeah, man. Respect, boss.
Now, people, like you hear the man say, he is known in his community from where he is from, Lawrence Tavern. He then moved to Canada, and that is where BROWNMAN is from again. So he has a social media handle, specifically TikTok, in which he posts foundation music, positive stuff, the polar opposite to the image that persons are painting of him out there. The sad thing is that, like I said, he is not involved. Well, the good thing is that, he's not involved in any sorts of criminality. The good thing is that BROWNMAN is actually gone. So just imagine if this man was circulating all over social media, and then the police is looking for BROWNMAN had they not taken BROWNMAN out. And then them see this man that kind of have a look like how BROWNMAN looks, and then them take out this man or con up this man. Or if the police went on a special operation based on information that is circulating over social media because of his picture, and then run in upon the man's house, shoot up the man's house, take away people inside, including this man, how would it turn out? And that is because persons that pretty much have a social media handle, specifically on TikTok and YouTube, that don't have the actual picture of BROWNMAN, just decide to take anything and run with it with a picture that is not actually the criminal BROWNMAN. The good, hardworking BROWNMAN is getting his character defamed because of persons that are on social media that don't verify and vet before they put out anybody's picture. And people, I understand that there are times when people send us stuff and it is the wrong picture or the wrong video or the wrong image of the wrong person. And we've been all guilty of doing it, but me just I say, be very careful what you put out there on social media, because once it goes up, it is there forever. So the good thing, like me say, this man is gone. The bad thing is that this man is being defamed. This man has been living a good, wholesome life all of his life, and now his life is pretty much in a shambles. So like I said, the good thing is that the bad brown man is gone and the good brown man is still alive, even though his life has been impacted negatively. Bloggers out there, social media personalities out there, including myself, be very careful. The image and how you defame persons' character out there, it is not good. It is a dangerous thing, and it could lead to persons losing their life or even getting injured, impacting their family drastically, point blank, and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we saw that Jamaica won gold and silver at the 100-meter at the World Championship that is presently being held in Tokyo. Tokyo is in Japan. We are speaking about Kishane Thompson and also Oblique Seville. Oblique obviously won the gold, and then Thompson won the silver. We see that a whole lot of credit has been given to the athletes, and justifiably so, because they are the ones that actually pull it off. However, a lot of persons that are not getting the credit that they are truly deserving are the coaches, and in this case, the coach of Oblique, meaning Mr. Glenn Mills. Now, Mr. Glenn Mills did an interview with TVJ News after the race, and this is exactly what he had to say. I want you to take a listen, take a look, and then I'll give my piece.
I am extremely elated that finally he has been rewarded with his effort. He has been to the final on several occasions, both Olympics and World Championship, and he has just narrowly missed getting some kind of reward in terms of medal. However, that has never deterred me, because watching the race, it's amazing. Watching him in the finish, because his first half of the race was one of the poorest I've seen, but his determination, he would not be denied. When I started working with him, I remember telling him that, look here, son, you're not going to be at your best until you mature around 24, based on what we were working with and all the things I had to do. Along the years, he has had many challenges health-wise, which he's still battling with. But his ability is undoubtedly world-class, and I have done tremendous amount of work with him. It has taken all my experience and knowledge to really get him and keep him going. He has been struggling with some medical problems. Every now and then, especially after he warms up, the problem occurs, similar to what happened at the trial. So he decided that he was not going to push off at the block in fear that his calf may grab him. Those are his words. And so he came out gentle and then run to qualify. I wasn't worried when I minus his reaction time and add his normal reaction time. It comes out to, and those are his words. And so he came out gentle and then run to qualify. I wasn't worried when I minus his reaction time and add his normal reaction time. It comes out to a 9:77 effort. So I told him, look, don't worry about the condition. You know it's going to happen. Put it behind you and, put your best foot forward and concentrate and perform into your best level. My confidence in what I can do and who I am is impregnable, is as solid as a rock. And personally, I think I am the best, and probably the best there is, because of the limitations of facilities and equipment and all the scientific things that one has to compete against. I think the job that I'm able to do with all the people that I've worked with, etc., is just absolutely fantastic. And I thank God for the gift that He has given me.
So people, you heard what the coach had to say. And if you've been watching track and field, as long as I've been watching track and field, before he was a professional coach, he was the coach of a school known as Camperdown. He used to coach two athletes. One of them is most known. That person's name is Raymond Stewart. However, before Raymond Stewart, there was a Leroy Reed, and amongst those other athletes from Camperdown. However, he is most notably meaning Glenn Mills for coaching Usain Bolt. best athlete, best runner in the history of mankind. Also, Johan Blake, and then your sister E is now coaching oblique civil. Now, when it comes to coaching, it is not just monitoring that athlete's physical, it is also monitoring that athlete's mental. Now, when it comes to oblique, there's been a whole bunch of negative comparisons comparing him to Asafa Powell, saying that he is not mentally strong, saying that he will win the heats, win the semifinals, but when it comes to the finals, that is when he gets shaky, that is when he underperforms. Now, people, it might be justified in persons saying that, but oblique has always been troubled with a whole bunch of physical injuries. However, it is obvious that there was something psychologically wrong with him, and people remember, whenever you are a top athlete, you're under immense pressure. So the average person cannot deal with that pressure. So therefore, it is a balance of the physical, balance of the mental, and balance of strategy. So it is the coach that has to monitor all of these, even though it is up to the athlete to finally bring it forward and complete the mission, which Oblique did, as you saw, winning goal in 9.77 seconds. So people, may just say, credit and kudos to the athlete, but a lot of credit has to go to the coaches, especially coaches like Glenn Mill and Stephen Francis. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called the pot is calling the kettle black, kettle calling the pot black, vice versa. And this applies appropriately when it comes to the JLP or PNP, two set of hypocritical party, both of them. I am speaking about an incident that took place at the polling station during the recently held election, where it is said that a PNP politician, Mr. Norman Scott, went into the polling station. You have access to being there for 5 minutes. After that 5 minutes, you don't have to go home, but you got to get the hell out of the polling station. It seems as if there was a disagreement, verbal altercation between him and one of the workers that works there. That is a part of the JLP. It is said that based on the complaint, based on the report, based on the file of that lady from the JLP, that the verbal altercation turned into physical, in which the PNP politician Norman Scott licked her in her face and broke her glasses on her face. Mr. Scott did an interview and he said nothing like that happened. There was a whole bunch of tussle and somebody was behind him and they were holding on to him. In his effort to swing and get released, he might have accidentally hit that person. However, it was not intentional. Well, people, we saw that the case went to the police, a report was filed, and Mr. Scott was charged. Not going to say that he was arrested, because I doubt that they would even hold him and put him in a cell. However, he was officially charged for assaulting that lady. Well, people, the JLP, Bobsy Grange, came out and in an interview that she did, she is saying she can't believe the despicable act by a politician and an ex-member of the opposite party. I want you to take a look at exactly what Bobsy Grange had to say, and then I'll give my piece.
Violence in any shape or form is to be condemned. There's no excuse for abuse. It is good that moves have been made to hold the perpetrator accountable. The representative of Jamaica Labour Party, who was reportedly attacked, has the full support of our party, the full support of the women of the party. We are monitoring the issue closely and are confident that the law will be allowed to take its course.
Now, people, this is my disclaimer before I proceed. When I'm doing topics on politics, like whenever I am doing topics on dancehall artists and specific artists, the fans, the followers, the sheeples of dancehall and politics, I would consider to be some of the dumbest people I've ever heard. They don't like the truth and they don't like to listen to logics. So let me put this out there. It is never good whenever you, as a man, assault a next man, or worse, assault a woman. So therefore, there's no justification in what this man did based on the report, based on what he was charged for. So he was DEAD wrong. I am not going to make any sorts of excuses. However, what I have a problem with is the next side that are accused of doing the same thing on several occasions. I never see any sorts of reprimand. They might have shelved them for a day or two. However, if that politician is popular, whether it is JLP or PNP, they are either transferred from a next era or rotated, still in the system, if they are even out for a couple of months or a year or so, but they are never gone, they are never fully reprimanded. So the moral of the story is this: whether you are the PNP or the JLP, if you do something wrong, if you commit a crime, if you assault anybody, whether it is man or worse, a woman, you should be reprimanded and be dependent on the severity of your act or your crime. Then that should determine whether you stay or go, or you should be given a second chance. But like I said, at the end of the day, it is all about winning. And if that person is popular, he is not or she is not going to be reprimanded or dismissed from either party, regardless of how severe their crime or act is. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.